Have you ever wondered why you keep waking up at night just to pee, no matter how little water you drink before bed? As we get older, it's natural to notice changes in our bodies. But frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom don't have to be something you simply accept as part of aging. And here's the truth. This problem comes down to a few common habits that can be adjusted with simple, thoughtful changes. In this video, we're going to explore 5 mistakes that could be the reason you wake up to pee at night. Each one is something that can be corrected without complicated routines or expensive remedies. From how and when you drink fluids to small daily habits that affect how your body handles water, you'll see how straightforward solutions can make a real difference. These aren't just tips to help you sleep better. They're ways to help you feel more comfortable, confident, and in control of your nights again. Stay tuned until the end, because you'll discover how these small changes not only support restful sleep, but might also change how you feel about bedtime altogether. No more dreading the clock or bracing for that familiar urge to get up. Instead, you'll be giving yourself the chance to sleep through the night, wake up refreshed, and enjoy mornings with a new sense of energy. Now let's get started. Number 1, eating salty or processed foods at dinner. One of the sneakiest reasons so many people find themselves waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom comes down to what's on their dinner plate. Many folks don't realize that eating salty or heavily processed foods in the evening can quietly set the stage for restless nights, filled with unwanted trips down the hall. It happens so easily. You might enjoy a comforting bowl of soup, a sandwich with deli meat, or even a frozen meal that seemed quick and easy after a long day. The salt content in these foods adds up faster than most people realize, and the effects can linger into the night, working against the restful sleep you deserve. What salt does is simple yet powerful. It encourages your body to hold on to fluids throughout the day. But then when you finally lie down to rest, your body begins to shift gears. As you're horizontal, the fluid that's been stored in your tissues starts returning to your bloodstream. Your kidneys then work to filter out that extra fluid, leading to more urine production at night. This is why you might find yourself waking up with a full bladder, even though you thought you hadn't had much to drink before bed. That salt-heavy dinner or snack quietly set the process in motion, without you even realizing it. I once spoke with a gentleman named Leonard, who was 80 years old and still enjoyed cooking his own meals. He shared how he often relied on canned soups and frozen dinners, because they were easy and familiar. But he also shared his frustration about waking up once, sometimes twice a night, to use the bathroom. When he made a small change, choosing low-sodium options and adding fresh vegetables, or herbs for flavor instead of extra salt, he began noticing that his nights were far more restful. He still got to enjoy the foods he loved, just in a way that worked better for his body's needs. The good news is that this is one of the most manageable changes you can make. You don't need to give up your favorite meals altogether. Simply being mindful about how much salt you're adding, reading labels more closely, or choosing fresh foods when possible can make a big difference. If you're making a sandwich, try using roasted chicken or turkey you prepare yourself rather than processed deli meats. If you enjoy soup, consider making a simple, homemade version where you can control the amount of salt. These are small adjustments, but they add up over time, helping you reduce that nighttime urgency. What's especially encouraging is how quickly some people notice the benefits of cutting back on evening salt. Within just a few nights of eating a lighter, less salty dinner, many find they're sleeping longer, stretches without interruption, and beyond the better sleep, you may also notice that you feel less bloated or puffy during the day, and your energy levels feel steadier. That's the gift of making thoughtful choices that honor what your body truly needs. It's easy to overlook salt because it's so common in the foods we eat. But by taking a little extra care with your evening meals, you're giving yourself the chance to rest more peacefully and wake up feeling more refreshed. Over time, this small act of attention can help you feel more comfortable, more confident, and more in control of your nights. And when your nights go better, your days often follow, filled with the kind of steady energy and ease that helps you enjoy life to the fullest. Number 2, failing to elevate your legs before bed. One of the most surprising reasons many folks find themselves waking up at night to use the bathroom isn't about what they drink or eat. It's about what they don't do before bedtime. Failing to elevate your legs for even a short time in the evening can quietly set the stage for those frustrating nighttime trips to the bathroom. It's a simple thing, really, but one that can make a meaningful difference. Let me explain why. As we go through the day, gravity pulls fluid down into the lower parts of our bodies. That's why so many people notice a little swelling in their feet, ankles, or calves by the evening. That fluid doesn't just disappear when we lie down. Instead, once you're off your feet, your body begins to reabsorb that fluid, sending it into your bloodstream so your kidneys can filter it out. And that means more urine production right when you're trying to rest. When you don't take time to help your body move that fluid along earlier in the evening, your system ends up working hard at night to get the job done. The result? You wake up with that familiar urge, and the peaceful sleep you hoped for is interrupted once again. I remember hearing from a gentleman named Roy, who is 77 now. Roy shared that he used to get up once or twice a night to use the bathroom and couldn't figure out why. His doctor suggested that he try putting his feet up for 20 minutes or so before bed, maybe while watching television or reading. Roy was skeptical at first. It seemed too simple. But after just a few nights of propping his feet up on a small stool or the edge of the couch, he noticed that he was sleeping through the night far more often. That small change gave him back the kind of rest he hadn't enjoyed in years. The beauty of this solution is how gentle and easy it is to add to your routine. You don't need any fancy equipment. A couple of pillows, a footstool, or the arm of your couch will do just fine. What matters is that your legs are raised above the level of your heart for a little while. This helps your body move that fluid out of your legs and back into circulation at a time when you're still awake. Your kidneys can do their work while you're up and about, rather than waking you up in the middle of the night to catch up. It's a small act of care that fits so naturally into an evening routine. Whether you're watching the news, enjoying a favorite show, or simply sitting quietly with a book, letting your legs rest. Elevated for a bit helps your body get ready for a better night's sleep. And as you begin to notice fewer interruptions during the night, you may also find that your legs feel less heavy or tired during the day. That's the kind of win that comes from a simple act of kindness toward yourself, an act that helps you feel stronger, steadier, and more comfortable in your own skin. Over time, this small change can lead to big benefits. Your nights may feel more restful, your mornings brighter, and your energy a little more dependable. It's a reminder that caring for yourself doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the most effective solutions are the ones that fit quietly and easily into the rhythms of daily life, offering support in ways that feel natural and kind. And with each good night's sleep, you're building the strength and confidence that help you make the most of each new day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, drinking too many fluids before bedtime. One of the most common and easily overlooked reasons so many people find themselves waking up at night to use the bathroom is simply taking in too many fluids in the evening. It might not seem like a big deal at the time. Maybe it's a glass of water with dinner, a cup of tea while you relax with a book, or even just sipping on a little something while you watch the evening news. But all those fluids add up, and when they're taken too close to bedtime, your bladder keeps working long after your head hits the pillow. The result is that familiar feeling, eyes popping open, that sense of urgency, and the shuffle down the hall to the bathroom, when all you wanted was a peaceful night's rest. This happens because your body, remarkable as it is, can only handle so much at once. The fluids you drink are processed, and when there's more than your system can manage during sleep, the bladder sends out its signal, waking you up. For folks in their 60s, 70s, or 80s, this can become even more noticeable. The bladder tends to hold less as we age, and the signals it sends can feel stronger or more urgent, even when there isn't much there. That's why paying attention to when you have your last glass of water or tea can make such a difference. I once spoke with a gentleman named Earl, who is now 83, and he shared how he used to have 2 cups of herbal tea every night before bed. He thought it helped him relax, and in some ways it did, but he couldn't understand why he was waking up 2 or 3 times a night to use the bathroom. When he started having that tea a little earlier in the evening, at least 2 hours before bedtime, he noticed that he slept more soundly and made it through the night far more often. It wasn't about giving up something he enjoyed. It was about adjusting the timing so his body could rest. The key is not to cut out fluids altogether. Staying hydrated is important at any age, but consider having most of your drinks earlier in the day. Think about having that glass of water with lunch rather than waiting until evening. If you enjoy an evening beverage, try to make it small and have it well before you start your bedtime routine. Over time, this small change can help ease that nighttime urgency and let you rest without those unwanted interruptions. Many people are surprised at how effective this can be. It's a gentle change, one that doesn't require giving up what you like, just shifting it to a time when it will work better for you. And as your nights become more restful, you may notice that your mornings feel brighter, your mood a little lighter, and your energy steadier throughout the day. That's the gift of a good night's sleep. Something as simple as adjusting when you drink your fluids can help give that back to you. Number 4, consuming caffeine or alcohol late in the day. Another common habit that often flies under the radar, but can have a real impact on your sleep. And those frustrating nighttime trips to the bathroom is enjoying caffeine or alcohol too late in the day. Both of these are things many folks enjoy as part of their daily routine. Maybe it's an afternoon cup of coffee shared with a neighbor, or a glass of wine with dinner to unwind. These small pleasures can bring comfort, but they can also quietly disrupt your nights in ways that aren't always obvious at first. The reason comes down to the way caffeine and alcohol affect your bladder and your body's ability to rest deeply through the night. Let's start with caffeine. Found in coffee, tea, cola, and even chocolate, caffeine is a stimulant that doesn't just wake up your mind, it can also irritate the bladder lining. This irritation can lead to more frequent signals that you need to urinate, even when your bladder isn't full. And because caffeine lingers in your system for several hours, that afternoon cup can still be affecting you well into the night. I once knew a gentleman named Carl, 74 years old, who loved his afternoon coffee. But he couldn't figure out why he kept waking up to pee, even though he wasn't drinking much in the evening. When he tried switching to a caffeine-free tea after lunchtime, he noticed within just a few nights that he was sleeping longer stretches without interruption. Alcohol, on the other hand, acts a bit differently, but can cause just as much trouble when it comes to nighttime urination. While that glass of wine or beer might feel relaxing at first, alcohol is actually a diuretic. That means it encourages your body to get rid of water, which leads to more urine production. And because alcohol can also interfere with the natural rhythms of your sleep, you might not only wake up to use the bathroom, but you may also find it harder to get back to sleep afterward. The result is a night that feels broken up, leaving you feeling less refreshed in the morning. What makes this especially tricky is that the effects of caffeine and alcohol often build quietly over time. You might not notice right away how much they're contributing to your nighttime trips to the bathroom, but once you begin adjusting when or how much you have, the difference can be striking. Try enjoying your coffee or tea in the morning and switching to non-caffeinated drinks in the afternoon. If you like a glass of wine or a cocktail, consider having it with dinner, rather than as a late-night treat, and see if that helps you sleep through the night a little easier. One of the most encouraging things about this change is how simple it is. You don't need to give up the things you enjoy altogether. You're simply choosing when to enjoy them so that they work with your body rather than against it. And as you start to notice fewer nighttime interruptions, you may find that your days feel brighter and your mood a little steadier. That's the power of small, thoughtful choices. They add up over time, helping you feel more in control and more confident in your ability to care for yourself. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, ignoring daytime urges to urinate. One mistake that many people don't even realize they're making is holding in their urine during the day, brushing aside the need to use the bathroom because they're too busy or don't want to be bothered. It might seem harmless enough at the time. You feel the urge but think, I'll go later, or I'm almost done with what I'm doing. Maybe it happens while you're out shopping, working in the yard, or even when you're visiting with friends. But what often goes unnoticed is how this habit, repeated day after day, can quietly affect your bladder's patterns, setting you up for more frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. When you regularly ignore the signals your bladder sends during the day, you're actually training your bladder in ways that can backfire at night. The bladder gets used to stretching beyond what's comfortable, and over time, it can become less effective at holding urine for as long as it should. What's more, the nerves that help control the urge to urinate can become overly sensitive or confused, sending signals at night when you're trying to rest, even when your bladder isn't truly full. That's why so many folks find themselves waking up in the dark, feeling as though they urgently need to go, only to realize there wasn't much to empty after all. I remember speaking with a woman named Evelyn, who is 79 now. Evelyn shared how, during the day, she often put off going to the bathroom because she didn't want to interrupt her activities. She thought she was being practical, but she began noticing that she was waking up once or twice every night to use the bathroom. When she made a conscious effort to listen to her body during the day, to go when she felt the need rather than waiting, she found that those nighttime interruptions gradually became less frequent. It wasn't about doing anything complicated. It was about honoring what her body was telling her in the moment. This kind of change is something anyone can try. It doesn't require special equipment or expensive treatments, just awareness and a little patience. Start paying closer attention during the day. When you feel the need to go, take the time to go, even if it's not always convenient. Think of it as a way of keeping your bladder healthy and respectful of its natural signals. By doing so, you help train your body to send clearer, more accurate messages, both day and night. The positive effects of this simple shift often go beyond better sleep. Many people find that they feel more comfortable during the day too. Less pressure, less urgency, and a greater sense of ease in their bodies. And when nighttime comes, you may find yourself resting more deeply, waking up, feeling more refreshed, and enjoying the kind of steady energy that makes each day a little brighter. It's one of those gentle, thoughtful changes that builds on itself over time, bringing small, meaningful rewards that help you feel stronger and more confident in your own care. Choosing to listen to your bladder's natural urges during the day is a quiet act of self-kindness, one that supports your overall health and can help you break the cycle of waking up at night. And over time, those small decisions to honor your body's needs can lead to nights that are more peaceful and mornings that greet you with a sense of satisfaction and strength. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, I want to encourage you to pause and take a moment to reflect on these 5 simple but powerful changes we've talked about today. What stood out to you the most? Maybe it was realizing how the timing of your fluids makes a bigger difference than you thought. Or perhaps you're thinking about how something as gentle as elevating your legs before bed could help you rest more peacefully through the night. Each of these tips isn't about making dramatic, overwhelming changes. They're about small, thoughtful adjustments that fit naturally into your life and give you the chance to feel more in control of your nights again. The truth is, getting up to pee at night isn't something you have to simply accept as part of growing older. By understanding the habits that might be working against you, and by taking simple steps to support your body, you can help yourself sleep more soundly and wake up feeling more refreshed. Whether it's choosing to enjoy your coffee or tea earlier in the day, being mindful about salty foods at dinner, or honoring your body's natural signals during the day, each choice is a quiet gift you give to yourself. And over time, these choices add up, helping you protect your rest, your comfort, and your well-being. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.